Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Hazeeq, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at Gala. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. Now let's jump straight into the TA. Taking a look at the daily chart, you can see that we have a Fibonacci retracement set up from the swing low in December 2022, and the swing high is in January 2023. We have our extension levels to the downside, and we are still expecting some sort of a retracement back to this support block, which is set up from 0.0184 down to 0.0168 cents. And we retested this briefly, as you can see, with the SWIC on June 9th. And since then, we have been recovering with a nice impulsive move to the upside, a retracement, and then another move. We're setting up another move over here. But we are in this resistance block right now, which previously was our support, which is set up between 0.0282 down to 0.02384. And I do think that we're not going to be breaking above any major resistance levels anytime soon. I do think we're going to be seeing some sort of a local high in August and September. We're going to be seeing a bull trap play out just like we have seen for the past 4 years during that period of time, during September, August, sometimes July, but mostly it's August or September. So we are printing a higher low in compared to this low that we had back in December 2022, and that is bullish in itself. So looking at the price over here, we're not really that bearish. I know there is a lot of FUD with the token migration, and some people are selling. They don't like that, but I can't say that the chart is looking very bad. Right? If we start retracing back down, we could enter this block, and hopefully we can just consolidate there, and that's where you can accumulate a lot of tokens, and then we have a move to the upside from that block. Now that's a bullish outcome. Obviously there is a chance we just have a massive capitulation if we have some sort of a flash crash or a black swan event. Now you can also see that we have a yellow resistance trend line that has been keeping us down since January 2023. We just had a bit of a fake out in April, then we went back down below it. So we could be running into it over here. So feel free to potentially swing trade if you're feeling a bit frisky and risky, you can swing trade. But I would say these are the prices where you want to be accumulating, not swing trading, not risking your tokens, but accumulating for the bull market. And of course, I'm not a financial advisor. So with this Fibonacci retracement, you can also see that we perfectly retested the 0.786 level, which is 0.02135 on the price. And we had a nice retracement from there. So that would be your immediate support. Looking forward, this would be our immediate support. You can set up some buy limit orders if you'd like to do that. If for whatever reason you have a massive impulsive move to the upside, breaking above this yellow trend line, I would say the next levels you could be looking at is the 0.382 fib, which is 0.0360 cents, and then you have the 0.236 fib, which is 0.0435 cents on the price. And that would pretty much, from where we are right now, be a 69-70% move to the upside, which is pretty good. It's pretty good. That is possible to see this August/September. I don't think we're going to be doing a 3x for this project in the next few months, but who knows? You can't look into the future, obviously, but we can estimate based on what we've seen before and based on how the markets are probably going to play out in the next few months. We're just waiting for the next FOMC meeting to take place. Jerome Powell is probably going to do another 25 basis points hike, and the markets are already pricing that in, so I don't think we're going to have a massive pullback because of that. However, during the press conference after that, Jerome Powell can spew a lot of different things, so if investors deem the things that he's spewing as bearish, then definitely the markets are going to be looking at a pullback, so stay tuned for that and be ready. I would say monitor that just because you want to know what's happening and what the investors are going to be, or what the reaction of the investors is going to be like to what Jerome Powell is saying. That's pretty important. But Yeah, right now I would say great buying opportunities once you're in this support block, and once you're in this support block. These are the two areas where I would be accumulating, because if we manage to break above this area and we solidify above this block, then I'm not sure if we're going to be coming back down lower unless we have a massive capitulation. So that's why, just to be safe, you can start building a position in this purple block, in this upper purple block. If you dump down, you can buy even more tokens at these cheaper prices. Not a big deal. Taking a look at the daily RSI, you can see that we are in between a support and a resistance level. We've had many bounces, and right now the latest one was in June, and we're seeing a move to the upside, and we're potentially going to be running into the same resistance trend line one more time. So if you're looking to take the chance and swing trade, or just take profits and have a nice little trade for yourself, you could sell once the RSI runs into that resistance level. If you have a breakout, I think we could be looking into the overbought area here above the index of 70, because once you break a major resistance level, you typically see some volume come in and support that breakout, and we have quite an impulsive move to the upside. Now let's switch over to the weekly chart. And before we continue with the video, I quickly want to mention my Patreon that's linked down below in the description. If you enjoy my content, you want to get more exclusive content, and you want to support me at the same time, definitely feel free to check out the Patreon, because you're going to get a 7-day free access on my Patreon and an instant access to all of my content since October 2021, which is when I started. You'll get access to content like exclusive weekly podcasts, and we're starting to invite guests already. We have 40 plus low cap gem posts. We have a bunch of project reviews. We have a bunch of resources that are going to help you save time and make more money with this upcoming bull market. So this is definitely a great exchange of value for the both of us. And once again, there's a 7-day free trial. Feel free to check it out. You can leave anytime, and let's continue with the video. Taking a look at the weekly chart, I'm just going to remove the fib for now so we can clearly see what are the support blocks that are set up over here. So we have this massive support block based on the trading range that we had back in 2021 from March until June. We broke above that in September, and we just came back down here in November 2022. So this is between 0.0309 cents down to 0.007 cents. And this is where you would be accumulating. This would be a great area to accumulate. You can also see that we're being held up by this ascending support trend line. So we had one bounce in June 2021, one bounce in December 2022, and the most recent bounce in June last month. So we are looking at a very, very similar situation as to what we're seeing with Solana. So we just did an update on Solana, and we are in a kind of similar pattern there, where we are very close to the apex, and we're in between this support and resistance trend line, and we are potentially looking at a nice breakout. So the resistance block above us would be your immediate level to take profits at if you're looking to take profits. If you want to stay safe and hold until the next bull market, I'm not gonna say that that's a bad idea either. So between 11.5 cents down to 8 cents, that's going to be a massive resistance level that we lost as support back in May last year, but we haven't had the back test of resistance. So this is exactly what we could be looking at with this potential breakout that we could have in August/September. From where we are right now, that would be looking, we would be looking actually at a 3x. So maybe after all, a 3x is possible. Not gonna lie. Because if we have this breakout, a lot of people are going to chime in, and yeah, we could briefly just retest that with a wick and then have that pull back to the previous resistance as support could happen. But also keep in mind the 55 EMA on the weekly is a pretty important resistance level to break. If we don't break above that, we could be just targeting that as resistance for an exit as well. But if you just see the candles constantly closing below the 55, there's a pretty good chance we're going to get sent back down to the immediate support down below. So I would say pretty good buying opportunity based on the weekly chart, because we are very close to this support trend line, and historically every time you had a touch off of that support, you saw a pretty good impulsive move to the upside. Now, taking a look at the weekly RSI, you can see that we also have some sort of an ascending support trend line here that we can be targeting. So feel free to enter once you have another bounce off of this thing in the future. Right now, like I said, still a good entry point. We can also draw some sort of a resistance level above, and this also does look like a symmetrical triangle, as you can see. So we do have both the RSI and the price action in the apex of a symmetrical triangle. The stochastic is starting to slowly recover from the oversold. This is a pretty solid indicator as well, and it looks like the MACD starting to curl up for a bullish cross. Now the MACD would be your confirmation indicator, so once you have the uptrend and everything starts playing out, once the volume indicator comes into play, the MACD would just be the confirmation of that. So once you have the bullish cross and the MACD, that would be your confirmation. So that is pretty much it for this video. Let me know if I missed out anything on the charts. If I were to bring back the Fibonacci retracement, this is what we're looking at here. So this is the bear market low, presumed bear market low, I should say, at 0.01641 cents, and the all-time high is at 71.5 cents. So we're going to be looking at the 1.618 at $7.32. In the bull market, we also have the 1.414 at $3.40, and we have the 1.272, which is our minimal target at $2. Those would be our targets for the bull market, unless we, for some reason, lose this December low and we start going lower, then obviously the fib would have to be reset up. But until that happens, this is what we have on the charts right now. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something useful. Stay safe and goodbye.